Alright, so I'm back like I told you I would be. Okay, what I'm about to do is, well, first off, let me get myself comfortable. Yeah, I still live in a town where stuff gets crazy, so yeah, I keep heat for them. Don't forget. Put that over here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the stove and get my eye warmed up here. Now this meal I make is basically something I make each week because for my lifestyle and for what I do, you know, I work 2 jobs right now. So until my life changes, I have to make things that are simple and fast. Okay? So, and I can make enough of that it lasts me 3 or 4 days, seeing that I'm eating 4 to 5 meals a day. You know, which I try to eat at least 3 of them, drink about 2 of them. And again, I'll show you how to work that little process out too. But in order to keep your body consistently working in your good favor, you need to put about 5 meals a day inside yourself. And for my people who are trying to lose weight, you definitely have to get 5 meals a day in your life. So, warming up my pan, and I'm gonna use the ground beef I told you about. So I'm gonna take this pound of ground beef, I'm gonna brown it off inside this pan. It's Saturday night, and look what I'm in here doing. I'm showing y'all how I like to get it in, because you know what? I made a decision. If I'm gonna do this YouTube and this Facebook thing, man, I'm gonna keep it flowing for you. So as long as y'all support me, I'm gonna keep giving you videos, keep giving you content. I promise you, I got you. Anything else you want to see me do, want to hear me talk about, I told y'all, just ask me. I still got you, okay? Let me get my spatula. Tearing shit up, hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna get my spatula here and start browning this meat off. Now I showed you the seasoning I like to use earlier, okay? So, one of my seasonings I'm gonna use is this crazy salt I told you about. Throw a little bit of that in there. Gotta open the hole up and get it out there real good though. There we go. Also, I like to use a lot of pepper. You know, black pepper is pretty good for you. Good for your digestive tract, and definitely help keep your nose and your sinus patches open. So use a little black pepper. Again, the big joint, black pepper. Write this down. Now normally in most dishes I would also add onion powder, garlic powder, but when I use this this crazy salt I use, it has that in there already, okay? And plus I'm also going to use that pepper and onion blend I told you about earlier, alright? Stick with me, I got you. So we're going to brown this off. Now, again, because I'm using a leaner cut of beef, I don't have to worry about draining a lot of grease, okay? All I got to do is worry about cooking it. And a little bit of grease is in here. I really don't bother draining it, because it don't bother me. To me, it adds a little flavor to what you're doing. So how about that? Okay, so while that's going, I got some of these green onions I like to use. I just started using these about a year ago. These things work out great. Taste good. Go with anything. Okay? So I'm going to cut about 4 and cut up in there. Now I don't know if you guys notice about me or not. I don't use a lot of knives because I got a finger right here I almost cut off. See how funny shaped that finger is? Man, I almost cut that finger off some years ago trying to separate some hamburger patties with a Ginsu knife. So your boy is a little knife shy. So I use these meat scissors as often as I can. So if you just like me, get you some of these, man. I cut chicken wings with them. I cut steak, man. I cut everything with them. All right. Now me, I use the whole thing. I start from the tip to the bottom. One thing I don't use is these little sprout parts right here, and I'm gonna clip these off. Or I might cut it real close You know what I'm saying? Until I get to those. I might cook. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cook these off first. Then I'm gonna get to cutting. Okay, hold on. This meat smells good too. I'm gonna let y'all know it's smelling good all up in here. Cause that's how I do. All right. So I'm gonna get to cutting some of these things off up in here. And again, this is a thing. This is my recipe. Okay. The staple of the recipe is gonna be the meat and the spinach, okay? Now, this is also one of those things that you can have and you can add to something else or add something else to it to change up its caloric value and its nutritional value. Because by itself, it's just meat and vegetables, protein and a vegetable. Now, I don't give spinach any type of caloric value in my life because you know what? It's not enough to equal anything that's going to be harmful to you. You've never heard of anybody overeating off of spinach, have you? No, you haven't. And you won't. Okay? And as far as the meat is concerned, it's ground beef or ground turkey or whatever you choose to use. So when people tell you, well, you know what? I was told you shouldn't eat, past 6 o'clock, past 8 o'clock. I eat when I'm hungry. It's just what you eat that's going to make the difference. So let's say if you got some of this in your life, you can heat this up in the middle of the night and you'll still be fine because at the end of the day, it's just protein and a vegetable. Get that? Protein and a vegetable. There's other meals I'm going to show you too that you can put together with just be just that. Protein and a vegetable, okay? We'll get to those later. One thing at a time. I'm trying to cut my fingertips off because this thing is getting little now. Oh, it smells good up in here. Yeah. All right. So, this is me browning off some more. Getting better. Okay, so now mind you, we're far from done. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use the Lipton onion soup mix or the spicy ranch dressing. And I think because I cut off some onions up in there already, I think I'm going to go ahead and use that spicy ranch dressing in here. Throw it up in here and give it that nice ranch flavor with a little bit of kick on it, okay? And ladies, this is also a meal you can make, again, coming home quick, got the kids. I'm going to tell you how you change it up. I'm going to tell you how to change up the value of what this food is to you later on. Keep this thing real simple for you, okay? Because I know some hard-working ladies are you going to school, doing this, doing that. So, let me show you how to make it a little easier on yourself. So, I got here it is, my spicy ranch. All right. And I think I'm going to use half a pack or a whole pack. I use half. I'll just use half, okay? Stir that up. So now, as we continue on with this thing, again, sometimes I add stuff as I go that I didn't plan on adding. You can do the same thing. You can add mushrooms to it. You can add, now I want to stay away from things like corn and carrots because, again, they have a high sugar index. A high glycemic index. A lot of sugar, okay? So it's cooking up real good. So, got my olive oil here, okay? You need these healthy fats in your life. They help aid with the digestion, help keep you cleansed up too, help that stuff slide up out of you later on, okay? Watch me. So, I'm just gonna take a little bit. I say about half a teaspoon, half a tablespoon. There you go. Put that in there. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Turn it down just a little bit. To about halfway. Because the meat is pretty much cooked. If you can see this, I don't know if you can see it too good, but it's not a lot of grease. Not a lot of grease, okay? So now, I need to bust open this bag of spinach. My scissors at. Get my good scissors out. Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you where I got them from because guess what, like I said, before I start promoting people's products, I'm gonna make sure, oops, I made a little mess. that they know that I'm putting everybody in the mix with this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna put about, oh man, a little over half a bag. Okay, so the next question I'm sure is coming about is, how come you don't use fresh spinach? Well, this is the thing. When I first started making this recipe, I was using fresh spinach, okay? Problem was, I made a mess over here. I'm gonna clean my mess up while I'm talking to you. Problem was, with fresh spinach, you need too much of it because it wilts real fast, okay? And it's not chopped already. So mind you, I decided, let me try it with, you know, chopped spinach, a pound of chopped spinach, and guess what? It works out a lot better because it's already chopped for you and it's a lot more already in the bag. So it just economically, it made sense to go with the chopped spinach, the frozen chopped spinach. All right, I got that done. So, add the chopped spinach, and I'm letting that just kind of like, you know, let the heat hit that a little bit because again, the fact that it's frozen, you know, that ice becomes liquid now. So now it's adding to the base of the basis of this meal, okay? Then I got these peppers here. Okay, this pepper and onion blend. 3 pepper onion blend. I got it here at Kroger's. I'm sure they sell it back around the way where you are, but I got this version at Kroger's, okay? Definitely worth buying. Buy a bunch of them, okay? The scissors out. Cut that open. Add that to the mix. Okay, now for my season and my liking, I only use half a bag. Okay? That's all I need is half a bag. Okay? So, stir that around a little bit. Let the heat hit that. A little more. Man, I cannot cook without making a mess. This is all day for me. Ooh. I always feel like it's a conspiracy. Okay, now, because I have the ice from the spinach, which is actually giving me some more liquid in here. When you put heat to ice that makes liquid, what do you get? Steam. Bingo. So now all I want to do now is put a lid on it. And that's pretty much it. So, the staple, the base of this meal is whatever protein you choose. Ground beef or ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever, okay? The spinach. Now mind you, if you don't want to use spinach, something else you can use. Frozen green beans, okay? I keep green vegetables in my life on a constant basis, again, because you can't go wrong. Remember I told you, we're going to always keep this thing as simple as possible. Okay? As simple as possible. So that's why I keep greens in my life. I got a freezer full of it. Freezer full of them. So even if at the last minute, if I just got to grab a bag of these, throw in my lunchbox so I can get to work, you know, my meat may already be prepared. So I'm going to show you later on, you know, that's more recipes coming up. I'm going to show you something else I do, other things I eat as we continue to go on, okay? But what I'm showing you is a way to simplify your eating habits, or simplify your eating so you still stay clean, you still stay on point, and you still stay, and it doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take any time at all. Okay? Now, at the end of your workouts, you always want to have a balanced meal after your protein shake. So you're gonna need a meal that consists of protein, a vegetable, and some type of carbohydrate. Okay? This meal I showed you is just meat and vegetables. So how do you think you can change up? Or what do you think you can do this meal to now add another level of nutrition to it? All you have to do at this point now is add something like some rice, simple rice. This is white rice. I have a rice cooker. Some rice. You know, preferably if you're going to eat white rice, jasmine or basmati rice. Try not to do the processed rice too much because it's not too good for you. You know, if you're going to do white rice. Or, let's see if I got some on deck. The brown rice. The brown rice is what I fade off into because me being diabetic, the starch from the white rice, when it comes to my digestion, what does it do? Starch becomes what? Becomes sugar and can jack my butt up. So I'm careful. And I know, looking at me, you would never think that boy gotta have some diabetes. No, he don't. He don't gotta have it, but hey, it was God's way of humbling me, I think, because I thought I was indestructible at one time. Okay? Also, if you don't want to do that, another idea for you. Let me see if I have some. Oh, that's not it. Let me see if I got some left. I do. Hold on. Here I come. Again, this game is about being creative. This, potatoes O'Brien. You know why I choose potatoes O'Brien? Because in these potatoes, there's what? Peppers and onions. So again, it adds another flavor profile to your meal. Okay? Another flavor profile to your meal. Man, who'd have thunk it, right? Who'd have thunk it? So, again, and it has 0 grams of trans fat and only 60 calories per serving. Okay? Now, mind you, you're not eating a whole serving at a time because you're mixing it with your protein and your vegetable. But what it does is carbs give you energy. You need that energy. There's no matter what goes on in life. I mean, some people live carbless lifestyles, but again, they know how they do other things in order to provide that energy for themselves. Okay, and they've been doing it long enough that where they know where to tweak their diet at, where to add something else, or just whatever. For you guys, I'm showing you this stuff because you're new to it. And if you're not new to it, I just want to give you another aspect of looking at dieting. I want to show you that dieting does not have to be nasty. Dieting does not mean your food has to be nasty. It doesn't have to be nasty. It does not. And I'm going to show you how to keep your food from not being nasty, because if you don't like it, you won't eat it. So, let's check on this meal. Yeah, it's going real good. And it's pretty much done. Okay? So now, let me see. Put a little on a plate for you so you can look at it. Okay? So take a look at this. Okay? You got your meat aspect. You got your vegetable, your spinach, and those colorful peppers, and those nice see-through transparent onions. With all the other stuff I had you put in there, guess what? You winning. If you decide you need to add something else to it, hey, put it over some rice, put it over some potatoes. It's up to you. Okay? So basically, I done brought you in my kitchen. And as long as you act like you got some sense, guess what? I'll bring you back again and again and again. So I look forward to giving you more video tips or more tips on how I eat nutrition-wise. I'm going to be adding some workout stuff into this thing along the line too. Basically, I'm going to be shooting stuff at you every week, at least 2 or 3 times a week. I'm going to find a way to make it happen, okay? So, thank you for coming, or thank you for watching. It's your boy, Lamar, the Alpha Ego, AlphaFit. always Alpha. I'll see y'all later. Oh, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Please subscribe, because the more you subscribe, the better I tend to be able to get. Okay? Comment and subscribe. I'll put an email in the description. I'll see you guys later. Be safe. 1.